It's Saturday morning and we're in school. Depressing, isn't it? We're here to take this test called the SAT. Well, I'd rather be at the beach working on my TAN.
You are about to take the most important test of your lives. This is the test that colleges look at when they decide who to admit.
It's no secret that high schoolers despise the SAT. This monumental exam and its counterpart, the ACT, are often touted as the end-all be-all of college admissions, giving students apparently endless anxiety as they shoot for a perfect 1600 or a 36. Headaches aside, there's an even darker side to such standardized tests, which cannot be allowed to hide anymore. They are agents of systematic inequality.
I want to start really at the beginning. Is the SAT biased?
Hear me out. This claim isn't as wild as it might seem at first glance. You might be surprised to hear that the strongest correlation with SAT scores aren't grades or college performance, but rather income. That's right, students from households earning upwards of $200,000 score an astounding 200 points higher on average than their counterparts from households of under $20,000 of income. That's a massive disparity, which can be the defining factor between sending a student to an elite college on a scholarship or letting them barely squeeze into a public university.
Got a very high score on your SAT. Burroughs. You're not, by any chance, related to the Burroughs who's on the board of AT&T, are you?
Daddy.
Really? I would imagine that the pressure to get into Harvard must be very intense.
Right off the bat, these tests cost money, a lot of it. The SAT itself costs $50 up front, add another $15 for the essay. Be prepared to pay for a bit more if you sign up a bit late, use the phone, change your test date, get waitlisted, or live abroad. Fortunately, you can send scores for free, but only to 4 colleges and only for 9 days, before you even have your scores. Afterwards, it's $12 per college, and subject tests, that's another $50 plus change. And all of this is for one attempt. If you're not happy with your score, better pull another couple hundred out of your wallet.
Here for the tests.
How do richer students perform so much better? It's not that they're smarter. The SAT and ACT don't actually measure intelligence or performance. Simply put, they're pay to win. This means that even if poorer students acquire a fee waiver, they aren't able to compete. Wealthy students can afford test books, prep courses, and private tutors that poorer students can only dream of. Want a $1,500? The Princeton Review can guarantee it, for almost $2,000. Is it any surprise then that the average score at Harvard, where the average student has a family income of $168,000, is a 1510? They paid for the scores.
Maybe we should all say exactly why we're here.
The SAT is racist.
What?
Who created the test? Rich white guys. Who scored the highest on the test?
Asian chicks. Middle-class Asian girls who watch less than an hour of television a day.
Another strong correlation with score is race. White and Asian students consistently score higher than Black and Hispanic students. Is it because they're smarter? Obviously not. It's because this privileged group has the money to pay for higher scores. This creates a vicious cycle. Privileged and affluent families are able to buy higher scores, get into better, more connected schools, and make more money than their Black or Hispanic classmates, and then grant the same privilege to their children while these families of color are left in the dust. I hope you understand by now that this isn't the only way rich families get an unfair leg up on college admissions. Standardized tests aren't the only culprit of economic and racial inequality in this country, but they certainly contribute, and so do the colleges that use them. It's time to hold ourselves to a higher standard and eliminate the SAT and ACT entirely.